Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Matryoshka X by TVDK, and here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 in every row, column, and box without repetition. We have X sums, where clues outside the grid indicate the sum of the first n digits, where n is the digit in the closest cell to the clue. So, for example, if this were, say, a 2, these two digits would have to add up to 10 because the first two digits, indicated by the 2 as the first digit in this column, have to add up to the sum that's outside, which is 10. So this would be 2 and 8 if that were the case. And that's an example of how X sums work. We also have Russian doll sums, and I've never seen this before, so this should be interesting, where clues outside the grid also indicate that in that row or column there exist two digits which sum to the clue, such that the digits between them also sum to the clue. So that, okay, alternate framing of Russian doll sums. Each outside clue represents a sandwich where the two crust digits sum to the clue, and so do the filling digits. So, as an example, we could have something like 3 and 7 here, and this could be 1, 4, and 5. So this would be valid because, as a Russian doll sum, because the 7 can't be here. Let's just change this to 3, 7 here, and this is, or I guess this could be 7 and 3 here. Let's do that. And this is 1, 4, 5. So the 7 and the 3 add up to 10, and the digits that's in between those digits sum up to 10. 1, 4, and 5 add up to 10 also. So there must be, again, a pair of digits which sum up to the clue outside the grid. That's for the Russian doll sum. And then between those two digits must also be digits adding up to that same sum. So, in addition to being X sums, clues outside the grid also must be Russian doll sums. Interesting. So that's an example of how Russian doll sums work. And again, I've never run into this before, so it's interesting to see how that works. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, so for an X sum, this can only be 2 here. And this must be 2 and 3, adding up to 5. For the Russian doll sum in column 1, we have to have a 1 and a 4, and it must surround a 5 because there's no other digit which can sum to 5 remaining. But we don't know where that is. So 1 and 4 could be any of the digits here. This then cannot be 2. It has to be 3 or 4. But if it's 4, the problem with this being 4 is if this is 4, it would require 3, 2, and 1 to be here. And then the problem is, I guess that could kind of work. You could have 3 and 7 be surrounding, and then that could be surrounding like 2 and 8, or 1 and 9. So that is possible. So this still could be 3 or 4, I guess. Right. Okay, the digits on the outside here mean that The digits around the Russian sum doll here are 8 and 9. The digits that are the crust of the Russian sum doll here are also 8 and 9. The crust here is 7 and 9 to add up to 16. So this is either 3 digits adding up to 10 or 4. So if it's 4, these would have to be 1, 2, or 3. Obviously 3 can't be here because 3 in a row. If they were 3 digits, it's 1 and 6 at most. So 4, 5, and 6. 5 cannot be here because of 5 in the box. What else do we have? That's pretty much it. 7 cannot be here. So 7 has to be one of these 3 digits here, and then it must be one of those 2 there. Okay. To add up to 17. To add up to 16, how many digits can it be for the x sum? Well, to add up to 14, it cannot be 2. It has to be 3 or 4. Right? 2 would mean 2 and 12 have to add up to 14, which is not allowed. So this, and 5 would require the digits 1 through 5, but that adds up to 15, which is greater than 14 can be. So this is a 3-4 pair. To add up to 16, it's also 3 and 4. It cannot be 5 because 5 digits adding up to 16 would require the digits to be 1, 2, 4, and 6, but we already have a 5 guaranteed in the first slot. So this is 3 or 4 also. 17 could be 5 though, so this could be 3, 4, 5. This is 4 or 5 here. Remaining digits in row 1. We have 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these cannot be 3 because of the 3 in the box. Oh, this is 4, 5. So since this is 4, 5, it has to be next to... If it's 4, it would have to be next to 5, and then sandwich... We have the 1 sandwich between them. So one of these is guaranteed to be 5. Right? So if this is 4, this has to be 5, and that's 1. If this is 5, this has to be a 4 and 1 between these two. So again, if this is 4, that's 5, and this is 3. If this is 5, 1 and 4 have to be here, so this has to be 3. So this, either way, this is 3, which forces this to be 4. This cannot be 4 here because of the 4 in the column. 3 digits adding up to 17 means the remaining 2 have to add up to 17 minus 3, which is 14. That's 5, 9, or 6, 8. Well, we can't have a 5 because of the 5 in the box. So this has to be 6 and 8, which eliminates 6 and 8 in the rest of the column. One of these is 8. So the remaining digits between the 8 and the 9 have to be add up to 17 also. So this can never be 9 because that would be too many digits, right? Say this was an 8 and that was a 9. This would be 5 digits here. Which would have to be, it cannot contain 3 or 6, and therefore be minimum 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, which adds up to 19, I think. 1, 2, 7, 4, 5, yeah. So 9 cannot be here. This cannot be 4. So this has to be a 4, 5 pair here. So if this is 5, this is 4, and that's 1. if this is 4, that's 5, and that's 1. So 1 has to be one of these two digits. Remaining digits in box 7 have to be 1, 2, 7, and 9. This can't be 7. This can't be 2. Remaining digits in column 1 are 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1 cannot be any of these digits. Okay. The remaining 3 digits here must add up to 12 because that's 16 minus 4. Okay. Hmm. 9 obviously cannot be here because that would be at most 6 between them. 9 can also not be here because if you had 8 here, you would only have 6 and 7 possible here. So 9 cannot be either of these. So 9 has to be one of these 3. Okay. Okay. So the X sum's done here. The Matryoshka is not. So to add up to 17 without an 8, a 9, or a 3, what digits do you have to include? 17, so 3, 8, and 9 add up to 20. Can you do it without a 6? I don't know if you can. So say you had no 3, 6, 8, or 9. That adds up to 26. So you could, but you would have to exclude the 2. And that's not going to happen because 2 has to be one of these 3 digits here. So this is guaranteed to be 2. One of these is 3. You can't, yeah, 2 is definitely going to be in that mix. So the other digits must add up to 15 without 3, 8, or 9. So it could be 4, 5, 6. And you can't have 4 or 7. Sorry, 4 and 7 being in the sum. Um... Huh. Yeah. So we're guaranteed 2. So the other must add up to 15. And we have 1, 4, 5, and 7 possible. Maybe 6. So that's why 4, 5, 6 works. 2, 4, 5, 6. What about without 6? I think the answer to that is it can't be, right? I don't know. Let's think. Without 6, you have 1, 4, 5, 7, and that must add up to 15. Yeah, 1, 4, 5 adds up to 10, with 7 is 17. But we have to guarantee the 2. 1, and it can't have 4 and 7. So 1, 5, 7 adds up to Yeah, it has to be 4, 5, 6. We don't have 3, 8, or 9 available because 8 and 9 are the crust. 3 is outside, definitely. And you have a guaranteed 2 here. Remaining digits are 1, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You can't have 4 and 7 together. Even then, I don't think it even adds up to 15. So you have to have um yeah, 1, 4, 5 adds up to 10, and that doesn't add up with anything to add up to 15. With another does not add up to another with another unique digit to add up to 15. 1, 4, 6 has the same problem. It has to add up with 4 to add up to 15. 1, 4, 7 has the same problem. It has to have a 3, but we can't have a 3 in the Russian doll sum. So I think it has to be 4, 5, and 6 with the 2. So this must be 6 in between. Right, and if you exclude 1, you have 4, 5, and 6, right? So this is 6, this is 8. That means this must be 2, 4, and 5 here. So this is 2, 4, 5, which eliminates 2, 4, 5 in the rest of the column. So this is 7. This has to be 9 here, and this is 1 here. And we have a 9 and 8 adding up to 17, and then 2, 4, 5, 6 adding up to 17 here. That eliminates 7 in the rest of the row. That eliminates 1 here. This can't be 9. This can't be 7 because of a 7 in the box. This is 4, 5, 6, and 8 in the rest of box 1. This 9. Okay. Ah, interesting. This is an 8, so that's part of the 17. So this cannot be 9 here because there's no digits in between. So the 9 has to have at least, to add up to 17, without 8 or 9, you have to have at least 3 digits. So 9 can be technically any of these 3. I don't think it could be the last one. If we try to make it the last one, would that work? 5 digits adding up to 7. Oh, I guess it could work. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Adds up to 17. So 9 could be here. Okay, remaining digits in column 9. We have 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. This cannot be... we don't know about that. Okay. So this is done. 12 with... It could be 1, 2, 9 there. So we're guaranteed either this is the crust with 6 and 8, or this is a crust with 9 and... Oh, cannot be 9 and 5. Well, 5 could be there, and this could add up to 14. So that's possible. 5 does have to be one of these two. 3's here. Oof. So say you had 6, 8 here, and 6, 8 being one of these 3. You would definitely not have... So there'd be 14 in the middle. 14 on the outsides. Okay, so what happens if this is 9 and we have a 5 in one of those two spots? Obviously, if the 5 is here, it has to be 5 and 9, and this is 6 and 8, 6 and 8. So if this is 5, okay, so 5 can only be here or one of these two. So if it's here, this is 5, 9, and this is 6 and 8. Which means the remaining digits add up to 14 at all. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 in that case. That's 17, and we have to subtract 3. So it'd have to be 4 with 1, 2, and 7. So that would be 4, this would be 1. And we have 2, 7 here, and this would be 3. So that could work. Otherwise, 5 is here and part of the sum. Interesting. So we have 4, 1, 2, 7 there, or then 5. 5 and 3, can that add up to 14? It would with 6, but, so 5 were here, it cannot be 3 here, because it would be 3, 5, and 6 adding up to 14, which would eliminate possibilities for 5 and 9 and 6 and 8 to be the crust, which means that's not possible. So this would then, this is 4 every time. So this is 4, this is 3. These two digits add up to 11, because 14 minus 3 is 11. So it could be 2, 9, 4 being here, and 7 being here, or 5, 6. And it cannot be 5, 6, because if this is 5, 6, then we don't have a crust of 5, 9, or 6, 8. So it's specifically 2, 9 here, or 4, 7 here. This 4 eliminates 4 here. This can't be 3. This can't be 4. One of these two is a 4 then. 4 eliminates 4 here. Can it be 4 and 5 here? 4 and 5 add up to 9. 4 and 5 add up to 9. You cannot have 6 or 8. So the remaining two digits must be 14 minus 9, which is 5. You can't have 1, 4. You could have 2, 3. Huh. This can't be 6 because you can't have 3 digits adding up to 6, adding up to 10 with 2 and 3. So this is 1, 2, or 3. So if this is 14 with 4, it's either, again, this is 5, so this would be 6, 8, 6, 8. This would have to be 7, 2, 2, 7, and 1. That would be 3, which would force this to be 4. That's interesting. Or this would be 2, 3, 5 with 2 and 3. And then this would have to be... So how would it be in between? So between 5 and 9. Therefore, this would be a 6, 8 pair. 45 minus 9 and 4 minus double 6, 8 So 6, 8, and 9 is 23. 45 minus 23 is 22. 22 minus 4 is 18. And then minus 5 does not work. Right? So if this is 5 here, you can't have 3, 5, 6. So this is always guaranteed to be 4. If we have 5 here, this is 6, 8 as a pair. And this would have to be 4, 2, 7, 1 with 3. And assuming this is 5 here, the problem is 4 and 5 are guaranteed not to be in the sum. 6 and 8 and 9 are guaranteed not to be in the sum. That leaves the remaining digits as 1, 2, 3, and 7, which only adds up to 13. So 5 cannot be here, therefore 5 has to be here, which means this is a 6, 8 pair here. Therefore, this is 3, this is a 2, 7 pair, and that's 1. To have these 4 digits add up to 14 also. So this must not be 3, this is 4, therefore this is 1, 2, 3, 4, adding up to 10. This is 2. This can't be 3 or 4. This can't be 4. We have a 6, 8, 6, 8 pair in box 1, so therefore this must be 4 here. This eliminates 2 and 7 in the rest of the box because of the 2, 7 pair. This must be 7 here because there's no other place for it in column 5. This cannot be 7. This has to be 3. Therefore, 3 and 7 doesn't work here. We have to have 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6 as the crust in column 6. 3, 7 doesn't work because one single digit can never add up to 10. 1 and 9 could work with 3 and 7 in between. What about 4 and 6 does not work because that would require 4 in between with the 3, 2, 1. So that doesn't work. 2 and 8 could work if it's here, if this is 1, 3, 6, but then there's no place for 7 in column 6. So it has to be, this is 3, 7, this is 9. This cannot be 4 and 7 because of the 7 in the row. So we have 1, 9 here surrounding 3, 7, so that's the 10s. That leaves this as 5, 6, and 8 in the rest of column 6. This can't be 8 because of the 8 in the row. This 2, 9 pair eliminates 2 and 9 in the rest of the box. This 9 eliminates 9 here. This 7 eliminates 7 here. This 2, 9 pair eliminates 2 here and 9 here. Whereas the 2 in column 9, it has to be one of those 3 digits. We have a 6, 8, 6, 8 pair in column 1, which eliminates 6 and 8 in the rest of the column. This can't be 6 or 8. This can't be 6 or 8. So we have 1, 7, 9 here. Remaining digits in box 2 are 6, 8, and 9. Okay. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the row. Okay. The 4 here does not include 2 to add up to, because one of these is 2 and one of these is 2. That eliminates 2 from the rest of column 7 or 8. So it cannot be 4, 1, 2, 9. So 9 can never be here. It could be 1, 3, 8. Oh, interesting. 7 can never appear here. If this were 7, I guess it could be 9. 9 cannot be here. 9 is guaranteed to be one of these two. So 9 cannot be any of these. 9 is either here or it's here. Sorry, here. 7 cannot be here. 6 and 7 cannot be here because of 6 or 7 in the row. This can't be 6 either. 7 can't be any of these digits. 7 could be here. But the problem is 9 would have to be here. Because if this is 7, that's 2, that's 9. So 7 cannot be here either. So 7 can't be either of these two either. If this is 9, then, does that ever work? 7 can't be either of these digits. If you have 7 here and 9 here, these two digits can never add up to 16. Because we already have 7 and 9 accounted for. So this can never be 9. Then this is 2, this is 7. How does that work? Oh, it goes the other way. Okay. So say we did make this 2. That's 7. 9 could not be either of these cells. 9 can't be either of these cells because it can't be 1, 2, and 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, and 9 adding up to 16, which is what it would have to be. Because we already have a 2 in the box. So if this is 2 and this is 7, that means 9 could not be either of these. It couldn't be that anyways. It can't be either of these because then you can't have in between adding up to 16. So 9 would have to be one of these, but then it'd have to be with 1 and 2, which is eliminated because of the 2 in the box, in the column. So this has to be 9 here. That's 2, which makes this 7, which makes that 2. But then 7 has to be... 7 can't be here either. That doesn't work either way. What's going on? Oh, wait. No? Yeah, this has to work this way. Again, cannot be 5, 6, because that eliminates all possibilities for the crust. What is this part, then? This is just, Yeah, I have a double contradiction here. Uh, yeah, unless I'm missing something. I mean, it's possible I'm missing something. I don't like this. This can't be 3. I might have to just restart because then I don't know where I made the mistake. This is 9, this is 2, 7, 2, 9. That kind of works. does it? 7 can't be here. 7 could be here. No, but then you can't have 2 digits adding up to 7 can't be any of these. 7 can't be here because then 7 and there's no digits between 7 and 9. Yeah, so that doesn't work. And then if we have 9 here, I mean, it's just, I don't, this is 5, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, I don't know where I made the mistake. Dang it. I think I have to reset. Again, this has to be 2, 3. This is 4 or 5 digits adding up to 17. Oh, well, that's one thing we could do. Oh, well, okay. Again, if this is 4, it must be next to 5 and 1. So this is guaranteed 5. If this is 5, it's next to 1 and 4. This is 3 or 4 here. 3 or 4, 3 or 4. This is 3 or 4. This is 3, 4. It cannot be 5. If this is 5, this is guaranteed to be 4 here. So this is guaranteed to be 3. You can't have 5 here. This is 6, 8 as a pair. 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 4. This is 6 or 8. So you cannot have 5, you could have 5 digits. But with this logic, we have again 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 can't be here. This becomes a 4, 5 pair. This is 1, cannot be 6, 8, so it's 7 or 9. This is 1, 2, 7, 9. 7 can't be here. So it was this logic that was basically leading to us to where we had it. Okay, maybe we can add up to 17 without 3, 8, and 9. Again, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have to have the 2 there, though. That's the problem. 2 has to be in between. I think it has to be 2, 4, 5, 6, which makes this 8. So since this is 8, this is 6. You have 2, 4, 5 here. This becomes 9, 1, and 7. That means this can't be 1, 7, or 9. This is 4, 5, 6, 8. This obviously can't be 5. One of these is 5. One of these is 4. This is 8. You cannot have 5 digits with 8 adding up to 17. So this must be 4 digits. This is 5. That means there's a 1 here. So 1 cannot be here. 1 cannot be here. So 1 and 4 add up to 5, and they surround 5 as a sum. This is 17 as a sum. This cannot be 9. Okay, so this is 4 and 8, 12, which must be with 2 and 3. So this is 2 and 3, adding up to 17. This cannot be 2, this can't be 2. To have 5 digits adding up to 9. Remaining digits in row 8 are 1, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, 7 cannot be here. 9 cannot be either of these because they don't add up to 17. What does add up to 17? with 3, 5, and 1, 7. 1, 3, 5, 6. We have a guaranteed 3 here. So the remaining digits add up to 14. So it has to be 1, 6, and 7. So then this becomes a 1, 6 pair. This is 7, and this is 9, and that's 5. Right? Because that's 10, 17. So this does become 4, 9, which makes this a 1, 2 pair. Okay. Well, 1 eliminates 1 here, so that's 2 and 1. 9 is here. We have to be between 9 and 7. So it cannot be a single digit. So 7 has to be one of these two. Cannot be here. For 2 digits, between 9 and 7, you have to have either 5, 8, or 6, 7. Huh. Okay. This 1 eliminates 1 here, so this is 9. Which makes this 7, which makes that 1. So this cannot be 7 here. Okay. This is much easier, the way to approach it. I don't know why I started going down this path. Maybe that was the problem. Remaining digits in column 8. We have 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 7 cannot obviously not be either of these two. 7 can't be here. This can't be 5. Can 7 be here? If 7 is here, what's the minimum of these digits? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, which adds up to 17. So 7 cannot be here, which means this is 7. This has to be 5 and 8, right? 5, 8, which forces this to be a 3, 6 pair here. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 6, this 3, that makes this 4. That makes this 3. But you can't have 5, 6. And you can't have 8, 3. This is, again, the problem that we run into again. Oh, wait. No, we could have 5, 6 here. Oh, that was the key. Okay. That was where we messed up. So this could be 5, 6. Because then you just need them in between these digits. I forgot about that. Right. This is 4, 7. This has to be 2 and 1 to add up to 14. So this is 2. That's 1. That makes this 3 because this can't be 4 and 5 can't be here. So 5 has to be here. So this can't be 5. Oh, that was a bad mistake. So this is 5 and that's 6. That's 8. Okay, so that was the bad logic there. So this can't be 6 here. This can't be 8. So it has to be in between this. This 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 4, which means this is 4, 2, 1, 3. That makes this 3, 7, 9. 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 6 and 1. That leaves 5 and 8 remaining here. This 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 8 and 5. So it's either between 6 and 8 or 5 and 9. So this 5 eliminates 5 here. So if we try to have 5 and 9, that doesn't work because that would be 6, 7, and 1, and we're guaranteed a 1 here. So this must be between 6 and 8. So 6 and 8 there? So that forces this to be 9. This is 6, that's 8, which eliminates 8 here. This is a 4, 6, 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 6 and 4. 6, you have 7. You have to have 1, 2, and 4 in between. So this is 1, this is 2 and 4, and this is 8. Right? So 1, 2, 4, and 7 add up to 14. This is 6. I can't believe I made such a bad mistake. Anyways, sometimes you'll do that. Yeah, this was problematic thinking. Remaining digits in row 1 are 8 and 9. Do we have everything solved? We have here 2 digits adding up to 5, 2 and 3. We have 1 and 4 adding up to 5 with a 5 in between. 17, 4 digits, 2, 3, 4 adds up to 9 plus 8 is 17. Between the 8 and 9, which add up to 17, we have 1, 3, 6, and 7, which adds up to 17. We have 8 and 9. First 3 digits add up to 17. 3, 6, and 8 does. Between 8 and 9 add up to 17. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, which adds up to 17. Sorry, 17. I don't know what we're saying. 8. We have 4, 2, 1, 3 adding up to 10. Between 1 and 9 is 3 and 7, so that adds up to 10, and these two do too. 4 digits with 4, 9, 1, 2 adds up to 16. Between 9 and 7, we have 1, 2, 5, 8, which adds up to 16. First 4 digits, 4, 2, 1, 7 adds up to 14. Between 6 and 8, which add up to 14, 5 and 9 add up to 14. First 3 digits here, 3, 5, 6 adds up to 14. Between 6 and 8, which add up to 14, we have 1, 2, 4, 7, which adds up to 14. So the rest has to be normal Sudoku. Okay, remaining digits in column 2, we have 3 and 7. 3 can't be here because 3 in the row, so this is 7, that's 3. Whereas the 5 in row 2 cannot be here because 5 in the box. These are filled out, cannot be here because 5 in the column, so it has to be here. So this is 5, which makes this 8 or 9. This has to be 7, 8, or 9, remaining in row 2. 7 cannot be here because of 7 in the column, so this is 8 or 9, and this is 7. Remaining digits in row 7, we have 2, 3, and 4. 4 cannot be either of these because of 4 in the box, so 4 has to be here. This can't be 2 because 2 in the column, so it's 3, which makes that 2. Okay, 2 eliminates 2 here. Remaining digits in column 4, we have what? 2, 8, and 9. This cannot be 2 or 9 because neither of these could be 9 because of 9 in the box. So this is 9 here, which makes this 2 or 8. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the row, so that's 2. This is 8. This can't be 2. This can't be 2, so this is 4, and that's 2. Remaining digit in box 8 is a 2. Remaining digits in column 5 are 5 and 6. This can't be 6 because of the 6 in the row, so this is 5. That's 6. 5 eliminates 5 here, so that's 4 and 5. Remaining digits in row 9 are 6 and 8. 6 can't be here because of 6 in the column, so this is 8. This is 6. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 9 and 8. 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 8 and 9. Remaining digits in row 7 are 1, which has to be here, and 9, so that's 9. And that leaves these as 4 and 7. This must be 7, and that's 4. Ugh. Bad mistake. Yeah, not too bad. I would probably label it a little tougher than easy. It's not quite challenging, but it's still not easy. There's a lot of stuff you have to go through to try to get these Russian doll sums to logically think through in your mind. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.